Hey guys, this is Chauncey with Good Music to Know, and today I'm joined by the Bad Actors, a duo whose sound walks the tightrope between swagger and substance, delivering funk-fueled rock anthems with sharp lyrical wit. From scissor kicks on stage to satirical swipes at society, Bad Actors make sure you feel the hit in both the groove and message. An insanely fun and energetic catalog, all wrapped in gritty guitars, rock and roll, and a signature tangerine glow. And we're super stoked to have them here today, so welcome, guys.
First of all, you are going to make my head too big for these headphones. That was great. I love that. It's good to be here.
Yeah, welcome. So yeah, I sat down today and re-listened to all of your stuff going back from, I think it's like 2023. Your sound from 2023 to present shifts between like bluesy funk rock to more like straightforward alt rock and groovier sound. So is that diversity something you chase consciously, or does it happen organically as songwriting ideas come to you guys?
I think it happens organically. Both Jay and I listened to like loads of music. So there was the funk thing was always there. We always liked the idea of like, kind of doing something that you don't quite expect, like weird changes and stuff. We've definitely like gone down the funk route harder as time has gone on, for sure.
Your earlier stuff reminds me of Lenny Kravitz a bit as well. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like, I think it's your voice as well. But like you definitely gets Lenny Kravitz vibes. I was re-listening to the earlier stuff and I was like, nice. It's good.
Jay's laughing as well. We literally posted a video maybe on Monday and it was like, people call me a Temu or Wish.com Lenny Kravitz. So.
Oh, no, Temu. No. No.
Yeah, I think that whole guitar and like, Lenny Kravitz obviously took a lot from like Jimi Hendrix and some of the earlier guys. And I think we must be drawing from the same influences, but I'm happy for the comparison. Thank you.
Yeah. And then your 2025 EP, I think that came out like later part of last year. So Act Your Age brings together a range of kind of different styles and moods. So was there a central idea or a message you were trying to embody with that collection of songs?
So I think the concept was like Act Your Age. So that means a lot of different things to different people depending on, how you interpret it. So the idea lyrically and the kind of theme of the EP was like, imagine 4 different almost case studies on what it means to act your age. So you've got the song, Act Your Age, the growing up, not wanting to grow up or what society thinks you should be when you grow up. And then you've got the kind of Motorola, which is about, this kid who fancies his babysitter. And obviously, and then you've got Offside Clarity, which is maybe more of a kind of like personal, like time to mature, time to grow up from an emotional standpoint. And I guess is probably the most emotional song that we've got actually. And then MILF at the end, because we're nothing if not jokers. So, that one speaks for itself, where that fits into the idea of age.
I think Offside Clarity is one of my like all-time favorite songs that you guys have released. You guys have released so many good songs, but like Offside Clarity hands down is my favorite. It feels like it taps into like that nostalgic alt rock 2000s energy. Like it reminded me of like Block Party and a bit of like Californication from Chili Peppers. Like there's something super nostalgic about that song. Like I had it on repeat all day today. And it feels kind of different from your other releases as well. So what unlocked that vibe for you when writing it? Because I think this one, compared to your other ones, it's less funk and I think more of that alternative type rock style.
That's actually Jason's favorite song as well of ours, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So it was literally written at night. So the song is about, taking a long drive, clear your head and stuff like that. And so I wasn't actually driving. I was walking around Manchester where I used to live. And it was just, I think that vibe, like you said, like kind of block party, the idea that, you kind of almost by yourself and there's no one around in the city. And for whatever reason that, translated to less funky and having a good time and more just, that kind of alternative vibe. So it was just what came out at the time.
Yeah, I love that one. Yeah. And what's really cool is that you guys have the ability to often like fit full arcs into like a 3-minute song. There's like a beginning, middle, and end. Especially if you look at songs like My Motorola with the babysitter, it paints a picture of like when he's younger, how he feels when he grows up. So what's harder, knowing what to include or knowing what to leave out when you're like creating these narratives?
That's a good question, actually. I've got a better eye, but definitely when I first started writing. So my idea is that I want to write a story. When you watch like a film, for example, and then you just left with a bunch of questions, I would always be like, you know what, I don't want that. I want to answer all the potential questions of the narrative. And then you have the potential to write something which is either too wordy or too long. So I think, yeah, leaving stuff out was the initial challenge, but I think I've got a little bit better at it. So now it's like, what's the least that we can put in, but it still make sense and still like kind of feel like a complete song and narrative.
Yeah, I wish the Stranger Things finale took on that same notes that you just. Too many questions were left unanswered.
I actually haven't seen it. Have you seen it? Have you seen it yet?
Not the ending, no, not the last couple of seasons. So no spoilers.
Okay.
Embarrassing. I cried for 2 hours. Like, it was very embarrassing.
Aww.
The plans, it was a disaster. Did not expect to feel like that.
So it's not a happy ending.
It is happy. That's what makes you cry. No.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah. And then you always have like a lot of different characters in your songs, like even dating back all the way from like your earliest songs in 2003. I know like there was one about the Billionaire, and then I think there's another one about, I don't, is that the one about the homeless guy or some guy that's like chasing the dragon? There's that song. So
yeah.
Is there a song where you feel the narrative is like the most honest? It can be any song from your entire collection.
Wow, that's a good question. I think all of the songs I kind of take something from real life and then like expand on it. I think Self-Made Billionaire is honest, not necessarily to me, because I'm unfortunately or fortunately not a self-made billionaire, but I think that idea, you kind of see people online and they're like, oh, if you just work a bit harder or do this or do that, you can be a billionaire like me. I guess that's kind of honest, and even though it's written in a jokey way, is kind of, it's bad, it's sad. I think, MILF, we've had it recently, we've been playing some gigs, and like certain people, like certain ladies, like they love it.
I'm ready to party.
Like they're like, this is about me. Jail vouch, like so, and what I really like is like, it's not a derogative song in any way. It's not like we're not having a go or anything. It's a fun song, and people have fun listening to it. So I'm very happy about that.
You know what it's like? It's like the improved version. I hope I don't get canceled doing this, but it's like the improved version or remake of like Stacey's Mom. Do you remember that song that came out back in the day? Yeah. It's like the new 2005 version of Stacey's Mom. So
there you go. There you go.
It's super cool. So like I've watched some videos of like your live performances, and I know your recorded music has this like groove, but your live shows are like quite explosive. So do you ever write with like the stage in mind, or kind of like how it will be kind of like perceived on stage?
Are you about to speak? Your mouth is open.
Yeah, just from my point of view, obviously with pretty much all the songs, Khalil will start off writing it by himself, like acoustic. And then he'll bring it to me, and then they change a lot. And then they also change a lot when we go to the studio. So we've always got a lot of energy live. We don't know how they're going to turn out when they're recorded, but high energy live is something we always go for. Even if they may not be written with that in mind. I don't know if you do or not.
And just to build on, no, absolutely. Just to build on that. So we wrote one song recently that I guess no one would have heard because we haven't put it out, called Mr. Wolf, where the idea of the song is, the game, What's the Time, Mr. Wolf? Do you ever play that when you're younger?
Your head down and guess the killer? No.
No, different. Where like, so there's someone stood at one end of like the field, it would have been a school field, and when they turn around, you can move, and like if they catch you, you get. Yeah, you remember that game?
Yeah.
So we basically wrote a song specifically so we could play that game live. So I'll get off the stage and I'll kind of go to the back of the room, and Jay will be on stage and he'll be the wolf, and so like, for example, with that one we wrote just to have some fun live.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how the crowd goes with it, but that'll be fun.
So one thing we need is more clips of us playing live. I don't think we do that enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do something like that.
And have any of your songs ever changed meaning for you over time, or even like maybe changed kind of the meaning for you once you played it live?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe. So especially like older songs that we've written before this band, Jay and I were in a different band, and like I think you get that thing where if you write something when you're younger, you come back to it like 3, 4, 5 years time, and you're like, I don't really feel that anymore. Like it doesn't feel like me. Some of the earlier songs that we had for this project, we just don't play anymore because they just don't feel like us. They're like, I don't know, they're going in a different direction. They're going right, we're going left.
And if the next chapter of The Bad Actors had a title, what would it be?
Oh, I think it would be something.
The festival era.
Festival era. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Hopefully.
I was trying to cram the word orange in there somewhere. The orangening.
Orangey glad we're back.
It matches with
Yeah.
the
Back is horrible.
book. And yeah, so speaking of next chapters, what's next on the docket for 2026? Do you guys have new music, artist collabs, shows? Was the EP from last year going to turn into an album? What's happening with you guys?
The A word. So yes, Jay was kind of alluded to it with like the festival era. So I think we're really trying hard. We really like playing live. So festivals for sure. Last year was our highlight of last year. We had a guy called Alfie, and we showed up to play a festival. It was Why Not Festival in our orange suits. We get on stage, we look across the crowd, and my guy is like come dressed in an orange suit. It was amazing. So we want more moments like that, you know, more like connecting with the fans on stage. That's where it's best. But we also did just get in the studio, didn't we, Jay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a couple of songs down. So you were just talking about characters. So sneak peek, no one else knows this yet, so you get to be the first exclusive. The song is going to be called Six Figure Sammy, and it's about a character called Sammy. So you can like guess until it comes out, I suppose. And yeah, just more gigs, more songs, more orange, paint the town orange.
Wait, so we get Six Figure Sammy and we get the Wolf song.
Yeah, you get a few songs. There'll be a few songs coming up. Don't worry. We're going to keep you covered.
Very nice. Yeah, I think those are the main questions that I had for you guys, but are there any final words that you want to leave the listeners and your fans with?
One of the whole like main like tenets of the band is like there's a lot of bad stuff going on, you know, a lot of bad actors, but sometimes you need to look at life with like a sense of humor, which is what we do. So, you know, as you go through your day, just chill out and have a laugh and enjoy some good music.